Good day. This is Shashank Chaganthi of Chempaka International, here to report world news this week. The central government has given the nod to make the National Highway 66 a six-lane highway that stretches right from Thrissur to Kochi. This would reduce the congestion on the road that was previously felt and also trigger development in the region as traffic would be fast moving. A report released by the Azim Premji University says that the life expectancy of people living in the urban poor is low and it has fallen by 9.1 years among men and 6.2 years among women. This was mainly because of the inequalities in the accessibility to various forms of healthcare, lack of food, homelessness, and also due to the extreme climatic conditions felt by people not only in India but all around the world. It's becoming extremely difficult for them to acclimatize to the various situations due to as they are being forcefully living there. The United Kingdom government has decided to probe the possible use of racial bias in medical devices. This was because during the pandemic, the number of deaths among colored people was much higher than in white people. The possible reason cited for this was that pulse oximeters do not work well on colored people's skin. This received widespread criticism by many, not only in the United Kingdom, from all over the world, which forced the United Kingdom authorities to look into the matter. Tamil Nadu won the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy when they beat arch rivals Karnataka in a thriller. Shah Rukh Khan was a hero when he scored 6 of the last ball when the team required some crucial runs. This is the third time that they won the trophy, and this is the maximum number of times a single team has won the same trophy. The number of students who turned to private coaching during the pandemic has increased dramatically. A study in 2021 alone shows 40% of student enrollment to supplement the education in school. West Bengal saw the highest enrollment among all states with a whopping 71% of students taking up private tuitions. The main reason attributed to this was the inaccessibility of education to poor children during the pandemic. The United States of America, a study in 2021 alone shows 40% of student enrollment to supplement the education in school. West Bengal saw the highest enrollment among all states with a whopping 71% of students taking up private tuitions. The main reason attributed to this was the inaccessibility of education to poor children during the pandemic. The United States of America has decided to release 50 million barrels of oil from its strategic oil reserves to ease soaring oil prices. This step has been taken on the back of an increase in price of oil, the highest ever since 2014. President Joe Biden was wary of the consumer's pain and ensured that supply would be constant to lower prices. A report released by the National Family Health Survey shows that the number of births increased in the country by 8 percentage points, but there were limited gains in the number of stunted children and also those children who showed signs of wasting. The government of Kerala has stepped in to curb the rising vegetable prices that rocketed in the past week to prices of around 110 to 120 per kg for essential vegetables like onions, potatoes, and tomatoes. The government has decided to buy vegetables from the states of Tamil Nadu and Karnataka and bring it to the home state of Kerala to increase the supply and reduce the burden on the consumers. This move ensured that the prices of all these essential vegetables fell to around rupees 70 to 80 per kg. A new COVID-19 variant has been detected in South Africa and is suspected to be much more dangerous than the previous Delta variant. Countries around the world have taken measures to prevent this step by imposing strict travel restrictions. The positive to this news is that it can be detected using the RT-PCR test. Therefore, quarantine and mass testing measures can be taken. Niti Aayog's report on the poverty in India shows that Bihar is the poorest state in the country. As per the report, Bihar has 51% of its population under the poverty line, followed by Jharkhand, which has 41% of its population, and Kerala is at the bottom of the list with a mere 0.7% of its population in poverty. On that note, this is the news for the week, and this is Shashank Chaganthi signing off, and we shall see you next week. Thank you.